In this video, I want to share with you my thoughts on the Onewheel Pint X and my first 100 miles. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's begin with, this is my first Onewheel Pint X. I have no experience on the other devices, so this is all new to me. And I also don't have any experience on skateboards, so usually when they see you on the Onewheel, they're like, oh, do you know how to skateboard? I'm like, no, I have no experience skateboarding. I've snowboarded once, twice, so but not enough to say I have experience, like a lot of experience. So okay, so now let's go over some quick specs about the Pint X. Okay, so here's the Pint X. So this little tank, this little pocket rocket can go up to 18 miles per hour. Range will be anywhere between 12 to 18 miles. I've seen some people get it up to 19. So maybe you can even get it, if you push it, and depending on your riding style, you can get it up to 20. And of course, the most important part, the price to this Pint X will cost you $1,400. Very pricey. Okay, so now let's go over my top 5 recommended items when you start off with the Onewheel. First, I think you should always go with a helmet. I usually ride with it. I've maybe ridden once without it and I don't really feel comfortable. So I recommend it. I went with the 1000. It looks nice. It has all the certification that helmets need to meet. The next thing on my list is gonna be gloves, because safety for me is very important. So I went with these fingerless gloves. I went with this company called Castelain 3D. I like them very much. That's what they look like, and I think they get the job done. I like these things they have right here. So when you fall, rather than like fall stiff and like you pop your shoulders, and like they're supposed to help you break the impact and you slide. So I mean, I've fallen once and you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but I mean, it worked. So I can tell you, I recommend these. Okay, so the next thing on my list would have to be the rail guards. The rail guards are so important. I think it's one of the first things you should buy, even before this. As you can see, you know, there's a bit of wear and tear on it already, because when you get it, you get like this color, and it's like metal. So like if you fall, and especially like on this type of ground, it will scratch up that metal up and you can't fix it. So with these are plastic, and you know, they get scratched up pretty bad, but you can always replace these. My next recommended item would be the fender. This is what it looks like. It covers your wheel. Fenders, you know, it's not really necessary. Really depends on the person. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people don't like it because, you know, you can't really see the tire. You know, the tire is the most interesting part of this thing. But it does help prevent any splash of water, rocks, anything that would kick up while you're riding. The next thing I would go with, oh no, I lost it. Yeah, so this is Juerguen from the future, and as you saw, I was missing my charger plug that I lost on my ride yesterday. So you see how it leaves the power port basically exposed. Basically, want one of these. This is my third one because I've lost two. Make sure when you put it in, make sure you put it in properly, because if you're doing tricks or going off of sidewalks and stuff like that, it can fall out, and they're cheap. They're only like $3.50, I think, $3. Here is the footage of the Pint X at night. As you can see, the range is limited and not as bright. You can be seen, but you're better off with a hand flashlight or a helmet light. Here you can see my friend on his X-Wave board with an SL1000 from Shredlight on a low setting. You can clearly see the difference. Okay, so let's do a pros and cons about the Onewheel Pint X. So let's start off with the first pro. First pro being it's a lot of fun. You can take this thing on the sidewalk, the street, the grass, the gravel, the beach. I take it to the grocery store. I take it out when we go out to dinner. I ride to the restaurant. When I go to the grocery store, I ride up, get a shopping cart, throw it in there, and continue on. Another pro for the Pint X is its torque and speed. This thing has so much torque, you're like, BAM! The minute you get on that thing. Speed-wise, like I said, it goes up to 18 miles per hour. It's very nimble, so you're just going curb carving throughout the city. Another pro is the Onewheel community. It's huge. I did not know about this community until I bought my Onewheel. Yeah, so I live in Florida. I live in Miami. We have the South Florida Onewheel community. They're on Facebook, and I highly suggest you look for the Onewheel community in the area you live, because they're always doing group rides. Sometimes you'll get like a deal on a Onewheel if you want to buy one or buy a different version of the Onewheel, because I've seen the Pint X, so it sells for $1,400. I saw someone on that community page sell it for $1,000. So there you go. You saved $400 that you can invest in like accessories, like the fender, the charger plug, the rail guards. So I think that's a big pro. It does have cons, and the biggest con is the price. The price, $1,400 is what the Pint X will cost you. So I wish they were cheaper, but I mean, it's a good investment. I don't regret it, but it is pricey. Okay, another con is gonna have to be that it's not waterproof. They do say that it's water resistant. That can be anything. I wish there was like a chart or something that would identify, how much water resistance it has. But yeah, you would think with the price that we're paying, it would be waterproof, but it's not. So just be careful. I've seen people get it wet. I've seen people drop it in lakes. I've seen people hose it down, but I don't recommend that. Another con would be if you're into DIY, like do-it-yourself type of fixes, modifications. There is a limit to how much you can customize your Onewheel before avoiding your warranty with future motion. So I personally don't see myself doing any DIYs. I'll leave that to the professionals, but yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, so in conclusion, Onewheel is so much fun. I think it's the best investment I've made. I love it a lot. I'm always going out now. I also like that there's third-party accessories available from Craft and Ride and the Float Life. They make awesome stuff, so I can't wait to get my hands on some of the Pint X accessories. And you know, just go out there and try one. Ask a friend if they have one. There's some rental places around the US, and see if it suits you. You won't regret it. It's so much fun. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please hit that like and subscribe button for future videos, and see you in the next one. Peace.